Cancer. Hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I am also known as the Taropist. And we are going to do a little love reading for you today. By the way, I did want to let those of you who are not interested in this introduction know that I am going to leave a timestamp and pinned comment below for you to jump right into the love reading. For those of you who are interested in knowing more about myself, the channel, and the structure of the reading, you may welcome. Okay, guys, I don't know what the hell. Again, I'm the Taropist, and we are going to do a love reading. And in the first column, we are going to look at your energy. In the second column, we're going to look at the person that you have on your mind's energy. And in the third column, we will get a potential outcome. Guys, you're always welcome to reverse the roles if you feel like your energy is more resonant to the second column and theirs feels more fitting for the first column. Also, the potential outcome is only potential because I am just picking up on energies here, and any decisions that you would make in the third dimension ultimately are going to shape your physical reality. Okay. Let's see. That's what I was skipped right over before, but anything you would ever need to know about myself or the channel, you can find either in the description box below, the channel description, or you can always check out my community tab. You can also check out my website, which is www.thetaropist.com. And that, my friends, is enough of that. Actually, what I was going to say is that you could book a personal reading there, but you cannot right now. I do have my Zoom and FaceTime readings closed for the summer months, but I do still have pre-recorded and email readings available, and those are listed in the description box below. You don't need to do that on the website. You would just decide which reading you would like, and then you would make the payment to either the PayPal or the Cash App listed below, and then send a screenshot of the receipt of payment along with your questions to the email listed below, and that reading would be to you within 48 hours of the receipt of payment. Guys, this is not possibly going to resonate for everyone. However, if you would like me to be more likely to pick up on your personal situation and energy, of course, a personal reading is the best way for me to do that. But if you'd like me to pick up on your personal situation in the collective readings, engaging with the channel in some way is going to be very profound in assisting me in that. So, liking, commenting on any of the community tab posts or any of the videos. You can also share any of my content. My personal favorite, and I think the most powerful way for us to exchange energy or you to get your energy nice and ingrained into the readings here on my channel is by clicking that little subscribe button below. If you are going to subscribe, guys, and you would like to be notified when I do upload or go live, go ahead and hit that little bell notification icon to all. Cancer, I haven't done a sign reading in a long time, or a sign specific reading. I've been doing a lot of collective readings. But we decided for your birthday, we're going to start out with a Cancerian love reading. I might do the rest of the signs, by the way, throughout the next couple of weeks, but I am going to for sure do one for your birthday. Happy birthday, by the way. And let's dive right in. We're going to get an overall vibe of your love situation with these dream guidance love messages. And then we will check into the tarot as well. We need more time to understand each other. Feels like it there, Can. I miss you so much. I'm going to take this one because it was wanting to pop out, and you are always on my mind. On the bottom of the deck, I am not available. That is an interesting dynamic. Let's get some tarot on it, though. I did see the Chariot card. It's on the bottom now, and the Ace of Pentacles. Or, I mean, the Ace of Hearts. You guys, the Ace of Cups. When I split the deck, that came flying out in such a manner. I've never seen anything quite like that. The Tower card in your energy. I do feel like you could be in the middle of breaking up, or something is huge going on in your life. It is divine orchestration, by the way. It's kind of like what happens when we stay in a situation that the divine has been begging us to leave. The Eight of Wands. This could be any situation in your life. Of course, this is a love reading, so it does feel like it could be a love connection that you are exiting, or I'm getting, like, by the way, that if you're if it's a love connection that's breaking up, that something has caused that to kind of happen abruptly and surprisingly. And by the way, I feel like they are leaving, or you found out something like that they are cheating, or there could be, and by the way, this, take what resonates, leave what does not. I'm picking up on probably several different streams of energy here, but there's also something about just a huge like upheaval of your life. So it could be like a job change or something like that. The Eight of Wands is in their energy. Whatever this is, it's abrupt and surprising. It can be very what's the right word? Um, disorienting or discombobulating, or what is the right word? I can't get it. It's a dis something, but we're going to come back to that. But the Eight of Wands and the person that you have on your mind's energy is about communication here. Two of Swords and the potential outcome, and I love the overarching energy. First of all, in a love connection, anytime, wow, there's two powerful cards that are here. Of course, the actual overarching energy is the Wheel of Fortune, and then there is the moon underneath of that. So it does feel like something has been like hiding beneath the surface, is the energy that I'm getting here. It feels like feelings, by the way. I don't know if it's like, so that could be what's coming. It's like that can be like a divine revelation. Whatever it is, it's like it's knocking you off your feet here a little bit. But with the anytime there's a major arcana in the overarching energy of a love connection or a love reading, it feels like a deep spiritual connection. And you have two major arcanas here. Of course, again, the one that is the moon does represent you or Pisces. But the one, and this represents Sagittarius, there's Scorpio and Aries here as well. It does feel very powerful, whatever this connection is, but it does feel shocking. It could be that this person came into your life um and kind of shook you to the core, is the energy that I'm getting. And we're going to get more, not in a bad way, by the way, just in a you were just minding your own business kind of a way. And again, with the other options that I said that this Tower card can mean, those are still also on the table. You decide what is right for you in this reading here. But we're going to get more and clarify everything. We have the Tower card in your energy, the Eight of Pentacles, or God, you guys, what is going on? The Eight of Wands in their energy. Eight of Wands is a card of success. It's quick moving, very quick acting, quick moving, and it's a card of action. And it is a card of communication, by the way. So this could be that they have communicated something to you that is surprising. It could be like a friend, by the way, that has communicated their romantic feelings for you, or in general, just somebody that you did not see this communication coming from. Okay. That, and then we do have the Two of Swords in the outcome here, which Two of Swords for me is a need to make a decision, but nobody making a move or a decision because of their fear of the potential obstacles. We're going to get more. So in your energy, you have the Tower card, it does feel like you could be leaving a long-term relationship, by the way. I'm going to get more here because I don't feel like this person is the person that you're leaving. Or they could be part of the reason why you're leaving a long-term relationship. By the way, this Eight of Wands, this is coming through, and it used to come through on the Eight of Wands all the time, but it's really about quick success. The Eight of Wands is or quick communication, or a lot of communication that leads to something that is quickly successful. But it also is a successful conclusion to a confusing situation. So I do feel like you could have been in a relationship. Do I keep saying this is them? I don't know what is going on with that today. But this feels like you might be leaving a marriage or a long-term relationship, that's something that you've invested a lot of time and energy into. I'm getting even money, and just you might have money tied up together. Things I'm getting like a home and what's this, assets that would need to be divided. I do feel like you maybe have heard some news that was shocking about the person that you were with. Here comes the moon card that was kind of under there, but not really in the reading. Now it is. Obviously you are Cancer, because I'm doing this reading for you, and this could represent you or Pisces or both. you could have both of those signs heavily aspected in your chart. I don't even know what that means. Taurus also here, any earth sign really. But there is something about you exiting a situation that you have invested a lot of time and effort and energy into, and money. It feels like there's something about resources, shared resources here. Okay, let me get more. I'm getting 8th house and Scorpio, and I don't know much about astrology. So you might know what I'm talking about, but I really don't. You could be dealing with another Cancerian here. You do have the Queen of Cups in their energy. So the 8 of Wands, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's like whatever you heard, it's like leading you to the love of your life. Ooh, there's so many cards here. I'm going to take them all. Ooh, hold on a second. Just a lot of energy here, so I'm going to have to try to dial it back a little bit. So we have the 8 of Wands, quick, successful conclusion to a confusing situation. The Queen of Cups, something that is like truly a divine connection, something where you guys can feel each other's energy without even saying a word. You can communicate telepathically is kind of the energy that I'm getting here. The Magician card is about that for me as well. It's about kind of manifesting by way of thought one another into each other's lives. What do I want to say that this person has? I want to say that this person has, how do I say, this isn't like in a unhealthy way, but it's like they knew something about the person that you were with. And it's almost like they manifested you to be able to see that clearly. And I do feel like something has happened now that you have been able to see that the person that you were with, or it feels like you're not necessarily completely separated from, by the way. So it's like this person knew that that person wasn't being faithful to you. So they manifested you finding out, not for selfish reasons, but because you were pouring so much time, effort, energy, and even money. I'm getting that this person used you for your stability. By the way, male, female, or non binary, I feel like you have a very successful or financially successful life, or you've been blessed in the material world. Whew, okay, so their energy, 8 of Wands, Queen of Cups, Magician. We went through those already. We do have the Empress card. I love that energy. This is somebody who is um well, very attractive, not just to you. Of course, I think that you found them very attractive. I do think, by the way, even though you did find them extremely attractive or you felt very drawn to them magnetically, I do feel like you were still being faithful to whoever it was you were with, that was not being faithful to you, is what I want to say here. And the Devil card, the Hermit card, and the 7 of Wands. Hmm. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Virgo. Cancer, very strong. And then we do have Taurus and Scorpio and Aries. And I'm going to get more because I'm not sure what this is, but it's like I said, they were trying to manifest this sort of you seeing things more clearly because it seems like you were sort of blinded by this love or whatever it was that you had for this person. It sounds pretty Cancerianish, by the way. I am a Cancer. So I understand what they mean, or what this is saying is like you were not willing to see something as it was because the illusion was more comfortable for you, even though I think there were plenty of red flags with the person that you were with. Um, okay, so I was like, what is this Devil card? It's like I'm watching them see the person that you were with. Um, like deceiving you, but you didn't see it and they didn't tell you. By the way, it's not because they didn't care about you, but because it would be like a conflict of interest. It's a very weird message. So they went inside. They started like I would say praying about it, just asking God to show you things more clearly so that you could get out of a situation that was definitely manipulating you and deceiving you is the energy that I'm getting here. I do think like you know what I'm talking about because I think you've already found out. Of course, this could be this isn't necessary. I'm picking up on energies. So this could be something that happens in the future here, but you would already have had red flags. By the way, these situations aren't as shocking as we let it seem or appear. It's like we had red flags that we overlooked and ignored in order to keep stay comfortable in our illusion is the energy that I'm getting here. But this person could see things, and I'm not just thinking that they were intuitively seeing through a situation. I think they actually saw something in the third dimension. So they saw the person that you were with maybe talking to or being sneaky with somebody else. Yeah, it's like they see the devil in this person. They see them deceiving you, is what I'm getting. Let's get some more on the outcome here. Two of Swords, Five of Wands, Lover's card, Star card. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy situation, but it's definitely going to be worth it, is the energy that I'm getting here. So it's almost like the whole, like, all of this is, it feels like the world is fighting you, or you're fighting your own desire to stay in a comfortable situation, or I want to say a comfortable chaos, because it's not like it's comfortably uh loving or anything like that. It's just something that maybe you've been in this relationship for 15 years or 5 years or whatever it is. It feels like something like a comfortable chaos. And I don't know that you have actually left this relationship yet. By the way, I do think that you found out that this person that you were with was not faithful, or it's like you maybe don't have any concrete evidence, but some sort of information came out of the woodwork and seems quite shocking. Again, I want to say it seems shocking, but I think that you had intentionally ignored some red flags in the past. We always do. I want to say that there's not no clue. There are manipulative people in this world, and there are people who are really good at deceiving. But in every single situation, I want to guarantee, and especially a Cancerian, you felt something that was off and you ignored it. You suppressed it several times before it finally came bubbling up beneath from the surface. Okay, whatever this is. And it does feel like you have true love or a divine counterpart here, that you needed this karmic connection in order to learn whatever you needed to learn to have a successful divine counterpart relationship. But yeah, it's like you're going to have to choose. It's like there's this still potential, by the way, because I don't think you've exited whatever situation you're in. If you're not physically in the situation still, I feel like you haven't let it go energetically. And it's saying that comfortable chaos is tempting for you to stay there. And you can reverse these roles. By the way, if this is the other person, there is a Cancer card here and here. So you could be in either energy. But what I'm going to say is, so you could be the one who saw somebody deceiving somebody that you felt a very strong connection with. Um, Again, ultimately choosing with our hearts here, and not letting the fear of the potential obstacles stop you from going towards something. Again, I'm never going to recommend jumping from one relationship to the other. So if this is something that you're still physically involved in, I would say leave, not because of this connection, but because of you have boundaries, because you deserve better, or vice versa. If it's the person that you have on your mind that is in the first spot, they need to leave because they respect themselves enough to walk away from a situation that they weren't being respected in, or you need to respect yourself enough to walk away from a situation where you were not being respected. And then once you've done that, you kind of take your power back, and then this relationship can be entertained, is what I'm going to say. Again, it does feel like a divinely orchestrated, destined connection here, a true love, twin flame, divine counterpart, soulmatey connection. But it does feel like you're going to have to fight through this desire to stay in some comfortable chaos. Or even if you do exit that situation, I want to say that your experiences with this last connection are going to make it more likely for you to also maybe just crawl back into your shell and hide there for some time. Of course, I think healing is important, and you shouldn't jump into any situation um, prematurely before you're ready. The timing on that, by the way, is up to you. There is no specific amount of time needed to do the healing from a karmic connection. Usually, the healing in the karmic connection happens in the karmic connection, by the way. Whatever we're learning, whatever lessons we're learning from the karmic connection happens while we're in the connection. So the amount of healing that is needed after the exit or the ending of that karmic connection is up to you. It's like really whenever you feel ready. But a lot of times people will exit a karmic connection ready because they've actually taken their power back and done all of the healing that they needed to do. They've learned everything they needed to learn within this karmic connection. And then of course the ultimate like up leveling or cycle end is when you walk away because you've started to respect yourself. Okay. Again, I do feel like you have a true love counterpart here, but it could be an Aquarius or a Gemini now as well. We have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, Cancer, Gemini, Virgo, Taurus again, Cancer, Pisces, so many signs. Could be any sign, of course, but it does feel like your destiny or you're a destined connection here. But as I say, this is all potential. And the reason, whatever actions you guys would take in the third dimension or in your physical reality are what are going to shape your physical reality. Okay. So this is all up to you and do, follow your heart and the calls of your own soul to, to get through this or navigate this. You're going to know when you're ready. You're going to know when it's right, but don't let your fears stop you either. I love you so much, and I will see you guys soon. If you've made it this far, go ahead and hit that like button. And happy birthday again. Mwah.